Honorable Men Discord, Honorable Deed Part 2, Doris Miller. Who is he? Let's talk about it.
How you see yourself is how you perceived. I see a man strong, gifted, head strapping, never down on his knees, begging. Gotta make a way, even in my darkest hour. Say the odds against me was new. I would never cower.
As always, welcome back to another episode. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend and tell a friend I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, before I go into this episode, I just need to correct something that I said on a previous episode, the episode Penn State Criminal Minded. I had mentioned that we all saw the text messages from Carmelo Anthony, and I have to correct myself on that because no, we did not see the text messages. What we did hear was that there were text messages that were retrieved from his phone, but the news never showed any evidence of that, and I don't have any firsthand evidence of that. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. I'm not saying that it does exist. What I am doing is correcting what was said in the previous episode about that we all saw it, and we did not see it. I did not see it. So I just wanted to correct that before continuing. Now, who is Doris Miller? Doris Miller is someone who was going to be acknowledged, honored for his service. And how would he be acknowledged and honored? Well, there were plans of putting his name on a new aircraft carrier. I don't know why I struggled to get that out. Aircraft carrier. You all should try that too. Say aircraft carrier real fast and see if you get if you stumble like I'm stumbling. But in all seriousness, he's someone who's going to be honored with the aircraft carrier with his name on the side. And now things may change about that. And why will they change? Our sitting president has something to do with it possibly changing. But let's watch the news report, and then I'm going to, as always, lend my take on this. And so let's get into it.
U.S. Navy weighing a controversial decision. Sources telling ABC News Navy officials are considering renaming a new aircraft carrier after President Trump instead of honoring a highly respected Black World War II hero as planned. Here's ABC's Martha Raddatz.
He was the first African American in history chosen to have a U.S. aircraft carrier named in his honor, a World War II hero named Doris Miller. But tonight, sources tell ABC News the Pentagon may soon strip that honor away in order to rename the ship after President Trump. Miller was a Navy cook aboard a battleship in Pearl Harbor in 1941 when the Japanese attacked.
The Japanese have attacked the Pearl Harbor.
He ran above deck and with no training, firing an anti-aircraft gun at the onslaught of Japanese warplanes, then carrying injured sailors off the sinking ship to save their lives. He was killed in action himself 2 years later. The first Black man in the U.S. ever to receive the Navy Cross for valor. And in 2020, that new honor, an aircraft carrier with his name. His great niece telling us back then,
to have the USS Carrier named after him, our family is just absolutely speechless.
The team building the carrier proud to be part of the history.
My original connection with Doris Miller was the fact that he was someone that looked like me.
At the time, President Trump heralded the decision as well, but with a note of envy.
The next American aircraft carrier will bear the proud name of USS Doris Miller. That's pretty good. They won't give me that honor. That's a big boat. That's a big ship. All right, one day maybe, but in the meantime, you're right, one day maybe.
But that day may have come. Sources telling ABC News Navy officials are now weighing removing Miller's name from the ship and instead considering naming it for President Trump. No U.S. Navy vessel has ever been named for a sitting president. Miller's great niece said it would send a message to all Black service members.
It's very heart-wrenching. It's like almost like a stab in the heart for me to give it and then take it away. And it kind of make you wonder, like, are we good enough? Are we equal?
We are also told by officials that Miller's Navy Cross may be upgraded to a Medal of Honor, something the family has always wanted. But we asked for an official response from the White House, the Pentagon, and the Navy about the possibility Miller's name would be swapped for President Trump's on the aircraft carrier. They had no comment. Whit.
All right, Martha Raddatz.
Listen. Upgrading his, giving him the Medal of Honor, I believe is what they said. Upgrading his status postpartum is a nice act, but I hope they're not considering doing that because they're not going to name the aircraft from they're not going to name the aircraft after his name. I think that would be a shame. I think it's disgusting. You might be saying, well, you called it an honorable deed. Honorable deed is what he did. He was he worked in the kitchen, and he went to the flight deck and he did his part as a serviceman in helping others and defending this country. Now, so for that reason, definitely an honorable deed. If you dispute that, I'll see you in the comment section, but definitely an honorable deed, definitely worth being recognized. Also, I think it's important when I put together episodes to also cover black and brown men and women that do incredible things, because I, more than anything, feel as though it's important for black and brown men and women to know that they are more than what society sometimes makes them out to be. All right, you're more than just someone who maybe came out of a poor neighborhood or poor circumstances. And even if you did come out of that, your story doesn't end there. You know, if you strive for greatness, you can achieve it. It's going to take hard work. It's going to take consistency, but you can become something more than your circumstance. And that's the importance of this too. So salute to him. I hope he gets I hope for his family's sake that the name remains on the vessel and they don't change that. I think it would be disgusting that the sitting president, President Trump, he acknowledged that was the plans, and then out of his own vanity, decides to do whatever he can to stop that, to counter that, and so his name goes on it. I mean, gentlemen, just take note in all of this that in these episodes that I cover, the vanity that some people have. In this case, the sitting president is unbelievable, because I say this all the time. We can't take any of this with us. I don't know why someone would be so vain to needing a vessel named after them. Now, if later on in time, maybe after he passes, or if he's still alive at the time, if they decide to do that, and they make a vessel in his name, there's nothing wrong with that. But to force it, especially to take it out of the hands, so to speak, from Doris Miller, and he was actually a service member, is a shame. It's disgusting. I think those that are in the Navy should speak against it. I don't know who's in charge of that, the changes, but it's disgusting. It's disgusting even considering changing it and making it the president's name. Now, if you decided to change it and you name it something completely entirely different, I wouldn't agree with that either, but they don't have to make the vessel his name. It was nice that they considered it, but to suddenly consider changing it because the president, even in that press conference where he acknowledged that the vessel would be in Mr. Miller's name, he immediately talks about himself. I didn't get one, such a big vessel. I mean, what is wrong with you? Did you not have enough success in this lifetime? There's people that will never achieve the success that President Trump has achieved before he became president. And here we have a senior citizen at his age jealous of someone who's no longer alive getting acknowledged for acts that they've done in service. It's disgusting. There's no other way to put it. I just find it to be completely disgusting. I think it's even more disgusting and heart-wrenching for the family to know that this was something that was a real thing. They were going to put this in place, and it may not see itself to fruition. I think that's horrible for the family. Why do that to the family? And you could, give post awards. That's nice also, but the family will forever remember the fact that he almost had an entire ship named after him. I mean, that's huge. I don't even think there's another ship named after a black or brown service member. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section. I do not know. I did not look that up. But this seems like this would have been a first. This is major. Getting upgraded after passing is not something that is a first for a service member. So that's nice, but it's not as great as having an entire aircraft carrier named after him. But what's your thoughts on this? I mean, I really saw a lot of value in covering this for a number of reasons. One, again, to just make aware of who Doris Miller is. This helps me learn about black and brown people who have done amazing things, and in his case, very brave, very honorable in actions, and his name will forever be cemented in my mind because of covering this episode. And I want that to happen for those of you watching this episode as well, which is why I decided to put this episode into play. But please, 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 anyone watching this, anyone who's in the military who could say something about this and speak against it, against the fact that allegedly President Trump is trying to change the vessel into his name. I would hope that service members would speak against this. I don't know how things operate when you're in the service, so I don't know if that's something that is going to be worth the battle. But if it is, without jeopardizing your roles in the service, it'd be nice if you guys speak in favor of carrying on what was planned and seeing it through. Well, listen, that's my thoughts on all this. What is your thoughts on this? You know my thoughts on this, and I just like to hopefully be able to do a recap of this, or if not a recap, at least mention the fact that the vessel is a real thing and it's been put into place. That's what I would hope is the conclusion to all of this. But that's all I have on this. What is your thoughts? As always, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tell a friend to tell a friend. I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And as always, stay honorable.